Good evening and welcome back to Tahoe Tonight. I'm your host, Mike Perrin, and on my right in the studio, Drew Taylor, representing Dark Horse Coffee Roasters from Truckee, California. Thanks for coming into the studio this evening. Fresh business here in the Tahoe Basin, and you've got a very proprietary blend, to say the least, yeah?
Yeah, we have, right now we're featuring a couple of different coffees, single origin mainly. More Central to South American coffees. Pretty much what we are is a coffee roaster. We do really small batch coffee roasting, 5 pounds at a time. Most people that are roasting coffee go into like the 25 to 50 pound batches at a time. So we're keeping it really, really small. That way,
and describe, we get
to really personalize the coffee pretty much. Every origin has its own distinct characteristics with it, chocolates and caramels and fruits, and pretty much what we're trying to do is bring out the most characteristics with the single origin coffees.
Yeah, and these aromas are just taking over the studio right now. You showed up, and I'm just sniffing every bag. Talk about this Brazilian one and what you can expect out of this.
Brazil, that's more caramelized, and we're getting some like buttery notes out of it too.
Okay.
It's a pretty bright coffee. In terms of coffee, it's really comparable to wine. You talk about acidity, brightness, complexity, overall mouth, like body feel. So there's a lot that people are kind of like looking at with coffee these days, and this Brazil specifically is like a pretty bright coffee for us. I'm pretty happy with it.
Nice. I know, like with wine, they have enology classes. Is there something like that for coffee that you had to attend and start? Like, how do you get into doing something?
I got into coffee roasting working at down in San Diego in La Jolla Bird Rock Coffee Roasters. That was my first coffee gig. They really educated me on coffee in general. And from there, it was kind of like a black hole for me. I went straight into it, and I've been doing it since like 2010.
Wow, right on. And so there is one actually in San Diego. You've brought this up. You've been open just 5 months, you said?
Almost 5 months.
Almost, yeah. So cool. The learning process, I'm sure. And you're starting out with the roots, the good stuff, and then you're going to branch out into some food, but sticking to your guns here with the coffee.
Definitely. We're right now it's just a coffee shop. Our roastery is located in the downtown historic district of Truckee.
And it was where the old Bean and Book was?
The Book and Bean.
Book and
location.
Bean, yeah. Yep. Book and Bean. So to give you folks a little reference out there.
So you can walk in, see our roasting facility, and then also come in and grab a cup of coffee if you'd like.
Yeah, and let's go down the line about some of these other blends, the Costa Rica blend. What do you expect out of this
Costa Rica is actually one of my favorites right now. It's probably the highest, as far as like quality goes, coffee. It's the highest quality coffee I have right now.
Okay.
The aromas on it I get more berry notes out of that, more like a richer, deeper berry note, blackberries, blueberries. And then once it's kind of like settles and cools down, you get more of like a chocolatey flavor.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a super good cup.
Not something you're going to be putting milk in. No milk.
You know,
does that make you cringe a little bit when you see somebody taint the great coffee that you
with coffee, I've learned to accept multiple cultures because it's a drink that people drink over the world. Yeah. And there's not one right way to drink coffee. There's not one wrong way to drink coffee. Everybody has their own specific palate, and what you're tasting it's a subjective thing. Like, it's specifically what you like.
So real quick before we wrap up, where do you pump out the info if people want to get in touch with you?
I pretty much on Instagram, Dark Horse Truckee, and also Facebook, Dark Horse Truckee. I'm constantly updating like new photos, new information about the business.
Get in there and find out more info about Dark Horse Coffee Roasters. Thanks. You're watching Tahoe Tonight. We'll be back.